Alright, hey there, E here, and while it's quite late, we are back with Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr. So yeah, bit late because Windows was doing an update, and usually it takes a very long time, but this time it actually wasn't all that long. So yeah, it was long enough just for us to start late, but not so long as to delay the stream until next time. And with that being the case, going to try and try to finish this today. We are already in chapter 5, and well, chapter 5 is the end of the main story. Yeah, and I'm not entirely too sure on whether or not we should be doing the extra content. Yeah, because in the end it's just be more of the same, just no story. And kind of already seen it, and don't really have a reason to try to grind it out to max level cap and whatever the optimal gear is. Yeah, so it might end up finishing things once chapter 5 is done. But yeah, so last time we tracked down a person with a really inconsistently pronounced name, Flavius Draken, who was another Inquisitor, and he was the one who stole Uther's remains. He had to do a bit of a fight through various chaos forces raiding his planet, or raiding his fortress, but we eventually tracked him down, got to talk to him, and it turned out that he is part of a faction within the Inquisition that want to continue Uther's work. Although in his case it was more of protecting it until someone else who was going to continue it, until whoever was going to continue it came along. So we're kind of working with him, I guess. He directed us to a moon guarding a warpsurge, whatever that is. Something really, really bad that's going to let a whole lot of chaos demons into the normal space. And the monastery, as expected, was thoroughly under attack by a group of chaos marines and cultists and all that. Not quite exactly related to this, or at least they didn't appear to be at first. They were just kind of there to cause damage and try to get the warpsurge to grow. And we were a bit late in our arrival, and they were able to destroy all the wards, kind of preventing that bit of catastrophe. Yeah, so even though we kind of cleared out the monastery of the chaos forces, couldn't really prevent them from stop them from damaging things. And so a whole lot of demons are going to be showing up pretty soon, eventually. But even with that, we did find Uther's remains, or particularly his casket, which turns out not to actually contain his remains, only his rosette. So Uther's body is still unaccounted for, but we did get the key to accessing the pariah. And while we were actually doing that, we encountered another faction of the Inquisition who wanted to effectively bury Uther's work. They weren't that tough to deal with, so we dealt with them, moved on, and finally made our way back to the Martyr, which had been reinfested by Nurgle, which is also kind of to be expected. Pretty much the ship was left more or less unguarded. Only Klosterheim was there. Wasn't much he could do to prevent that. But yeah, the whole ship was infested by Nurgle, and besides trying to access the pariah, they were trying to take control, or full control, of the ship and get it corrupted and all that. So even if they couldn't access the pariah, they could make use of the ship itself to cause a bit of mayhem through the sector. Yeah, we started clearing them out, rescued Klosterheim, and yeah, we kind of separated and went our own ways to deal with our own stuff. Klosterheim went to protect a different set of wards or engines to stop the Nurgle forces from fully taking control of the ship, while our assassin is off to do other stuff. Apparently open the stasis chamber of the Alpha Pariah. So yeah, we just got that, and as well as whatever is left of chapter 5. Did we clear our inventory? No, we did not. Right, we were going to keep this. Yeah, in case we could get a bit more. Yeah, find a few more items that could activate the Thunderbolt of Authority. Okay, anything else we want to keep? No, not that. This is a lot of sockets for the shotgun. It also activates Thunderbolt of Authority. Damage isn't going to be as good, though. There's also the fact that we are probably going to outlevel this eventually. Well, if we actually were still going to play this all the way to full endgame. Yeah, otherwise, we don't need to keep anything. Okay. Let's get these sold. Yeah, get these sold and converted and then move on. Chaos Unchained. I destroyed the Nurgle warband and eliminated their leader, but I was too late. Those wretched marauders have already transformed the Empyrean seals into gaping holes into the Materium, which continues to unleash the unholy forces of chaos. The situation is critical, and the Martyr might be turning into a colossal demon engine. I decided to change my plans and unlock the stasis chamber before it's too late. Hooray for Nurgle, the gift that keeps on giving.
I'm approaching the stasis chamber again.
Slanesh.
Cut through the chaos infestation and get to the psychic barrier. I'm on my way to the seals.
Give them no quarter.
Alright. Fairly large location.
Tech Priest, I have found another one of those ancient encrypted cogitators.
The previous data cracks proved to be a highly valuable source of information. You should access it, Inquisitor.
Target eliminated.
Yeah, we've been missing those. So, by Inquisitor Errol Hamail, reply dealing with F. Lord Uther Tiberius, after so many years of hopeless efforts, I have finally managed to deliver your proposal. I'm thankful for your help with the Drakar prisoner. I managed to claim him more or less alive. Note, the Order's Xenos interrogators weren't happy at all. I suggest some kind of compensation from our side. With the prisoner's help, I have succeeded in reaching the Coven and F. I should reiterate that I retain my initial disgust towards F and all that F stands for. But I share your opinion, and I know we had no other choice. Our reservations are still unchanged. The Emperor will absolve us. The initial response was just as dismissive as expected. On seeing our work, decided to change completely and we proceeded thenceforth in a more constructive fashion. F was open-minded but extremely skeptical at the same time. He considers this venture a total waste of his valuable time. Still, he was unable to reject the final offer, as he is in dire need of such a specimen. Our final specimen was to deliver 12 embryos from the ship. Using the samples provided, alas, F refused to give any guarantees and refused any further cooperation. An understandable stance considering his current allies. I'll return with results as soon as possible. Note, the astropath will be thoroughly mind-wiped. Inquisitor Errol Hamail. So who is F?
Have you accessed the data crux? Ready to inload data?
This needs to remain confidential, Tech Priest.
Understood, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor doing Inquisitor stuffs. This is going to be a corridor fight. You're a thing.
Eradicated. Eradicated. Kiss of death.
Enemies that summon more enemies are obnoxious. Why is one... Yeah, what's the aim shot? Why are you running up to him for that? Left.
I'm ready to use the rosette on the psychic barrier. Magos, are you certain that this won't have grave consequences?
The nature of the force field is beyond our expertise. However, if you have doubts about finding this alpha subject, we have analyzed all related data we have gained from the data crocs.
Do you have any idea what she could be?
Rest assured, she's a healthy specimen, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. I can't comment on her capabilities, though.
Very impressive considering how long she could have been imprisoned here.
What is happening?
Empyrean seal network collapsed. Barrier destroyed.
But that wasn't supposed to happen.
Correct. However, with 96.4% of the network destroyed, the barrier couldn't resist the burst generated by the rosette.
And what exactly does that mean?
Prime seal has been destroyed. Stored demonic essence will be released.
Are you telling me that by opening the barrier, I have unleashed that thing trapped on the ship?
Correct. Sensors indicate a colossal amount of warp energy manifesting in the stasis chamber.
I'll make the necessary preparations on the ship then, before I enter.
Right, the apostle or whatever, the Nurgle space marine, he did kind of mention that he was trying to release a powerful demon. Yeah, I don't think we got anything useful. Yeah, just a whole lot of blues and greens. Okay, entering the stasis chamber. Last bit for this part, looks like. Okay, the Great Unclean One. Right, that's what it was. I've cut through the hordes of nightmarish war preparations to open the stasis chamber of the Alpha Pariah. This ancient stage of hubris, deception, and suffering will end soon, for better or worse. The more reckoning is upon me, the Emperor protects. If this was Total War Warhammer 3, we could just shoot the Great Unclean One to death. Big, easy targets.
Talk to me, Magos. What do I have to do to wake up the Alpha Pariah from stasis?
My understanding is that the stasis pods are stored in a colossal shaft. You must activate the retrieval mechanism at the cogitator first. I'll guide you through the rest after that. But there is something else.
What is it?
In loaded schematics, place a room near you as Uther's meditational chamber.
I will take a look at it first. Uther's experiments. The mysterious origins of the Pariah. The prophecy. I have bad feelings about this. I need more information.
The testament of Uther Tiberius. As I stare into the endless tide, there can be no doubt in my heart we are trapped in a hopeless struggle against powers that cannot be defeated, not on their own terms. The Holy Emperor in his endless wisdom knew this, and his last unfinished work could have saved us from the horrors of the last millennia. But the treachery of Horus and the ill-fated arrogance of Magnus robbed mankind, and we have been bound to suffer. As we struggle blindly in a ruthless galaxy, succumbing to the tides of darkness, we cannot deny the terrible truth, even if it burns our heart. The Holy Emperor, trapped in his dreamless sleep, will not save us. The machine god will not save us. Nobody will save us. We must create the ways of our own salvation. The Immaterium is nothing but a mirror of the material universe. At least it was meant to be. The ruinous powers are simply a symptom of corruption rooted in the abysmal depths. We must understand the immaterium, bend the powers of the warp to our will, and finally reshape the otherworldly realm in our own image. This must be the fate and salvation of mankind. Shall we fail, our defeat will be eternal and the whole galaxy will perish with us. With our ambitious nature and the cursed gift in our genome, mankind has a chance to fulfill the prophecy. With a God Emperor ruling our world and a God Empress reigning beyond, just the mere thought of such an endless empire makes my soul quiver with joy. What lies in this chamber may be our salvation or our end. After all the hardships I faced, all the pacts I made, and all the suffering I caused to reach this point, I realize that I am unable to take this final step. Perhaps you, the reader of my testament, will be stronger. May the Emperor protect us. Oh, so he got cold feet at the end.
Did you find anything interesting, Inquisitor?
That would be an understatement.
I wish we could discuss that without it leading to an immediate mind wipe.
Wise thinking. I'm on my way to the cogitator.
Alright, anything else?
I'm
No.
at the cogitator.
Our serfs digested the data pulp from the Uther's cogitators, and we have the registry number for the pod.
I will call it up immediately, and then?
The pod will be transferred to the Chamber of Awakenings.
How long will all that take?
The servitors will start the necessary protocols. They also provide clothes and rejuvenating tinctures for the subject. It will take some time, though.
I don't really have much time, Magos.
It is true, the readings from the stasis chamber are extremely disturbing. The fluctuation of warp energies indicates a greater manifestation.
Okay, so she was actually in stasis. When they showed her last time, she was kind of awake. Also really surprising that area of the ship is uncorrupted. Unless it was also protected by the barriers.
Emperor, grant me the strength during my greatest battle.
The seals are throbbing with sheer warp energy. What is happening?
The Alpha Pariah is real, and she is in danger.
I'm on my way back to you.
Okay, you just stay there while we pop this pustule. Ads. You know, I think this is like the first proper boss fight of the game. Like, there were like boss type enemies, but they were more like they weren't exactly all that you need. Yeah, nothing I would really consider a proper boss fight. That's what this game was missing. Actual proper boss fights. Let me destroy those. No. Alright, can't. Okay, can't walk into the back. as it should. It has a lot of HP. The hollow suit would work good for this because of the extra damage to the I'm blanking on the name now. The suppression. Anything that's been required its own unit. Phase 2? Phase 2. And we immediately die. Oh, and great, these are back up and running. Who are you? Are you the Alpha Pariah? Better. Gone. No idea what you're doing. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, it's gonna admit it's kind of a bad idea for this. big slam, it generates the damage cluster away, or at least to one side, and we can move on to the other. Stun lock? I'll take it. No idea what that person is supposed to be doing, but whatever. Bugged or stun lock? Which is it?
I slay in thy name. She has banished the greater demon.
Inquisitor, the demon wasn't just banished. Its unholy essence has been utterly absorbed. It is unable to be reborn, not even in the Immaterium.
Are you certain about that?
The readings are conclusive. This changes everything, Inquisitor. I need time to evaluate the implications.
And with the greater demon gone, a part of the Chaos God has been destroyed forever. Soon, she will be the most sought-after individual in the galaxy.
Well, that's a lot of loot. See, this was missing throughout the game.
Who are you? Where am I?
I am an Inquisitor of the Holy Orders. I must admit, you are not exactly what I expected. Do you know who you are?
I don't know. I don't remember. Did I just kill this creature?
You are a magnificent weapon of destruction. As you have proven against that great abomination, I have been waiting to meet you for a very long time.
I can sense the power in me, but I can't control it. What is happening to me?
Pain is an illusion caused by fear. You shall not fear, because you have enormous powers in you. Klosterheim, what are you doing with her?
Accept my apologies, my mentor. We all have our roles to play, and you have fulfilled your destiny. Now she needs my protection.
Open that door now!
Don't you see that there is no one you can trust? Puritans or radicals, they are nothing but babbling fools. They would kill her, or lock her away without using her powers for the Imperium.
This is heresy.
This is what Uther Tiberius wanted. I will protect her until she can fulfill her true potential. Trust me, the day will come when she leads our glorious armies into the warp.
You have no power over this ship.
Quite the contrary. While you were away, I convinced the machine's spirit that it was for this exact turn of events that Uther created it.
You will die out there.
I'm ready for the sacrifice it takes. The Emperor protects, Inquisitor. Now you should leave.
Well, that's one way to not
Tech
disrupt the
priest,
cannon.
I want a location for Klosterheim immediately.
Time is running out. The Inquisitor has gained access to the navigational systems. The Martyr has turned on the warp engines. Gala shields are still compromised.
I don't care.
There is a 78.3% chance that warp travel will kill you.
Then, we all will die.
Collated data indicates that the proximity of the Alpha subject could protect the Inquisitor. It won't protect you.
Curses be upon you, Klosterheim.
Although a lot of big talk considering that he's been captured and in general failed Yeah, failed in quite a few ways. Oh, no final cutscene or whatever? Okay. Investigation completed. The thing in the walls. I have discovered that Uther Tiberius created an entire network of Imperial seals to power the defense of the Martyr, the most important of which is the psychic barrier protecting the stasis chamber of the Alpha Pariah. The Prime Seal contained a greater demon and prevented it from reforming the warp. Still, it was able to exert a dark influence on board, turning the entire monastery into a nest of Nurgle. After the Plague Marines destroyed almost all the Imperial seals, the network couldn't resist the opening of the barrier, and the Prime Seal was destroyed, releasing the Great Unclean One. With the powers vested upon me, I eliminated this colossal abomination, although it was Alpha Pariah who destroyed it for good. Good. Right, we were getting more inoculator charges, that's what we were doing. Oh, and one more loot. Anything good? Less damage. Yeah, this needs to be unlocked. At least 4 levels higher. Deal damage, kill enemies with critical hits. Deal critical hits. Alright, well, we'll replace this one for now. As for this one, yeah, that was a stun grenade and then regular grenades. Yeah, frag grenade. Knockback, demolisher, okay. Adds heat vulnerability and causing burn effect. Okay, well, we don't use burns or heat weapons, so that effect is useless. Increased damage bonus when suppression is protected. Vulnerability status increase. Movement speed up when surrounded. Chance to slow on critical hit. Not super useful. Yeah, higher tier item, but that, yeah, the effects aren't that great. At least not for us, or not for not for our current setup. Critical damage for Thunderbolt of Authority. Okay, and then reflect chance, bonus against regular enemies, and then experience gained. Yeah, it's not an increased chance of Thunderbolt of Authority occurring, just more damage for it if it happens to crit. Yeah, we're not set up for a reflect build. And then otherwise it's just slightly more damage, bonus against regular enemies, and then experience gain. So yeah, not that good either. Oh hey, stealth armor. That one's at level 33, 2312 versus 2310. Better regeneration, physical resistance, and damage reduction when there are no enemies in range. Otherwise, this one is plus 30 bloodlust. Damage bonus for AoE skills. That one's useful. Movement again, and then more resistances. Damage bonus and 10% chance to stun enemies that are slowed or shocked. Oh. Yeah, this one can shock. So can the single shot on this one. Alright, so that one will be better than this one. Ooh, fancy. Okay, a bit more damage. We gain suppression on hit. Increased melee damage bonus. Damage bonus for Carthian Strike. Yeah, for the basic attack on it. We don't get any HP on crits though. As well as we lose a cooldown reduction for Blade Dance. But overall, it is going to be more damage. Now, this one was teleport, right? Chance to burn on heat damage, which we don't use. Yeah, not that useful. Single target one-hit kills, causing explosion, dealing 100% base damage as physical in a 9-meter radius. Maybe. Oh, but this actually does do heat damage. Okay, this is AoE, 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 and AoE. Yeah, so that first part is kind of useless then. Yeah, the effect is useless, but yeah, the damage would actually be better. Problem is, we're not really set up for heat damage. Maybe just keep it in storage for now. And if it's going to be like that, toss these as well. And then neither. Chance to cause bleed. Damage bonus for AoE skills. That's not a bonus to the loot quality though. Strain slow. This has a lot of poison dots, so that is something. Yeah, let's try this one out then. Okay, and yeah, I think everything else could sell. Critical string, melee damage bonus for bleed, knockdown durations, chances on the attacker on dodge. Yeah, we'll get that one. Alright, get those and alright. Now then, what do you have to say, Captain?
Inquisitor, you have returned. What happened?
I found the Alpha Pariah, the greatest mystery that this sector has ever produced. and I had to let her go.
The Martyr is preparing to enter the warp. Is the Alpha Pariah dead?
The Alpha Pariah is very much alive. She is still under Uther's protection, in a way.
What happens now?
I have a strong suspicion that we have not heard the last of her. She has a grand destiny to fulfill. By the Emperor, I hope she will be the flame that will purge the filth of chaos from this universe.
And then we'd never heard from her again. Oh, and that is actually it. I wonder if they are going to work on a second game. So yeah, that was fairly interesting. Had a lot of interesting mechanics that did help break up the action. Would have been nicer if they were kind of spread out a bit more instead of kind of stacked towards the later half of the game. I understand why they kind of have it formatted the way they do, with each zone being its own specific area or a specific load area like they did. Just kind of like a preference thing, or just maybe just what I'm used to. I'm not used to like the format with like in something like Diablo, where it's more or less one continuous area, and then special dungeons are just the side are the loaded areas. Yeah, just exiting out that because it might be DMC or whatever. Let's see what else went on. Wasn't a fan of the loot progression. It didn't feel like made that much progress, even though when we changed gears. Yeah, so it felt too samey a lot of the way through, or for long stretches, as far as gear is concerned. Also, didn't really feel like there was much. Kind of want to say it wasn't like the way it was presented. It didn't feel like there was much customization, even though there was with how with like where the way it changed with your equipment. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't play a whole lot of ARPGs, so like really all I have compared to is Diablo or Path of Exile. So like the way you could choose your skills in those games, it felt like it may not necessarily be actually that there were more, but just that it felt more substantial with the skill choices in those games versus this one, because of how it was all set with gear. Yeah, same thing with like the perk progression and all that. Well, although with like this, the perk progression would be more than what is current Diablo, I guess. Well, outside of endgame. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not too sure then what... Yeah, I may not have actually seen everything the game had to offer as far as character progression, because like only about halfway through the leveling. Yeah, so which means that there could be stuff or additional leveling dynamics later on. And yeah, the story, while interesting, I felt it could have been presented better. Did kind of mention that already, that they had like interesting mechanics that were mainly present in the later half of the game. Would have been interesting if, I think would have been better if they were kind of, yeah, spread a bit more evenly. Overall though, well, average enjoyability, I guess. Yeah, mainly because, like, as I said, from the feeling of the lack of progress. Yeah, like while there were bosses, like none of the fights really felt boss-like, except for that great unclean one. That felt like a proper boss fight. Everything else felt like just the usual enemy spams. But even though I feel like it's pretty average, it still would be interesting to see a second game. Yeah, mainly because like they were able to add various gameplay mechanics, though they were like added in, like they were part of the later game. Like if they were to add that variety into a next game and have it a bit more spread out, as well as more boss fights and more substantial loot gain and all that, yeah, it'd be interesting to see a second game following that stuff. Now then, for the investigation completed. The Alpha Pariah, I have no doubts about the potential repercussions of this investigation if my findings were to become known by members of the Conclave. The Alpha Pariah is a unique being, and her existence could transform the future of the Imperium. Under Tiberius, or Uther Tiberius, was right to have a second thoughts about entrusting one person with such immense powers. She could be capable of saving us or destroying us. During my investigation, I have learned that the Alpha Pariah is a unique being with an unusual variation of the Pariah gene, and she was created artificially to fulfill a prophecy from the dawn of time. After many failed attempts, Uther decided to seek out a powerful creature in the darkness that could help him create the Alpha Pariah, made a pact with an abomination in order to create the ultimate weapon against chaos. The Pariah's incredible display of power made me reevaluate everything I had learned about Uther Tiberius. He achieved the impossible and created the Alpha Pariah, who is capable of banishing demons forever. Forever. I still cannot approve of Uther's experience, but I can detect his intention to serve the Emperor in all his grand plans. Nevertheless, the Alpha Pariah was born as a weapon for the Imperium, but her existence is strongly tied to the darkness she was supposed to fight. It is unsettling to know what a being with such untamed powers is somewhere out in the cold darkness of the void, wandering the haunted decks of the Martyr. I strongly suspect that we have not heard the last word. May the Emperor protect us all. Alright, so what happens next?
We received an urgent message while you were away. It was Inquisitor Goslar. Again.
You don't sound delighted, Captain. Not that I blame you. Open the channel.
Inquisitor, since your investigation has ended, you may serve the Imperium in more direct ways. The Holy Orders of the Inquisition need you in the Nereus system, urgently. As of today, we have lost contact with the Tempestus Citadel, the main stronghold of the Caligari Conclave. This is a heavily fortified star fort, protected by Imperial battleships and other more exotic measures. This communication blackout is highly unusual. We suspect sinister reasons. For this reason, I strongly recommend that you travel to the Nereus system and offer assistance to the Tempestus Citadel. Should you experience any hostile activity, deal with it with extreme resolve. The Emperor protects.
Okay, so begins the endgame grind.
Inquisitor, we have received word from various rogue trader contacts in the Atroxia subsector that an ancient battered fortress monastery has been spotted in the Draco system at various times. It is refusing to answer all hailing.
By the Emperor, the Martyr has returned from the warp. This is colossal news, Captain.
I wanted to make sure that it was not a false alarm, but all subsequent astropathic messages confirm that it is indeed the Martyr, docking at Port Valentius. Star map has been updated with the coordinates.
We have no time to lose then. This is my chance to shed light on the true mystery of the Alpha Pariah.
If she is still alive.
Oh, okay, apparently there's more. So, a bit of a prologue. I was honestly expecting to kind of be, that's it. Alright, and get that boosted up a bit just for that one item we got. Now, Forsaken Station, I received a most urgent message. Uther's ancient fortress monastery has returned from the warp and has spread to populated system near an abandoned starfort. According to the Inquisitorial archives, the station used to be a secret base of Uther Tiberius, which was sealed and deactivated by the Inquisition. The hunt for the Martyr continues there. I wonder how long this is going to be.
Tech Priest, this Imperial facility has been abandoned for a very long time. Are you certain the Alpha Pariah is here?
The data burst from the machine spirit was an emergency signal. The Alpha Pariah left the Martyr to follow an unidentified Vox transmission originating from these coordinates.
I need more information on this place.
Cursory data siphoning reveals that the deeds of Foundation bear the seal.
Humans! No corner of the galaxy is free from their unfortunate existence.
I assume this one is with the Harbinger too.
I am an Inquisitor of Holy Terror. Explain your presence here.
Tell me, human, do you speak the language of dream riddles and dead gods?
Enough of this babble. Answer my question.
I thought so, monkey. You wouldn't understand our purpose here, not even if I wanted to answer your question. But I don't.
Okay, Eldar being Eldar.
Interesting. Most Eldari either live on their starfaring craft worlds or sail as corsairs.
These are proven facts.
My point is that these Eldar don't look like corsairs, so what are they doing here? And they're showing more hostility towards the Imperium than usual.
Analysis shows that their tribal heraldry is unique. These Eldar specimen don't belong to any craft world listed in the folios of the Unholy in the ship databanks.
I must investigate these Xenos, but the Alpha Pariah is the priority.
X-loading the coordinates of the sensorium to your data slate. Access the surveillance system there. It could provide information on the Alpha Pariah and the Xenos presence.
Xenos, kill! once perfect, fallen earth.
Alright, we were supposed to be trying out the Uther as well.
Cortical Lexicana module has flagged in important information. Supplementary notes on the Eldar suggest that some of them might carry memory crystals, used for information storage.
That could be useful. I will examine the bodies. You were right, Tech Priest. How can I access the contents of this crystal?
Secondary analytical coils activated. Converting and X-loading data to your data slate now.
The translation protocol Epsilon 23 Alucius. Loriak still sings in my dreamless dreams about the lost hope and fallen heroes, plus the empire of corpses and soulless ones are rejoicing in destruction, betrayal, and selfish rage. Plus Tuatha must heal, inevitably fall, plus the exarchs of the corpse must perish. First one gone, one to go. Did they kill Klosterheim? Conclusion, Aloriak is a reference to an Eldari maiden world destroyed by Exterminatus. The records in the archives are inconclusive, as the Inquisition formally never ordered the Exterminatus. According to the complaint by Inquisitor Theodore Mercer, Inquisitor of the Order Xenos, the Caligari Conclave had an informal alliance with the Tuatha Eldari, and a direct aggression against the Xenos would be counterproductive.
Tech Priest, I want you to dig deep into the Ordos records on the Eldari in this subsector.
Any expanded search parameters?
I need information on the craft world Tuathal and the planet Loriak. You're authorized to use my temporary override codes. I must know why these Eldar hate the Imperium so much.
See, when the Inquisitors, or when this Caligari system tries to make allies with the Eldari, it's all fine, and the Inquisitor leaves them alone. But when our rogue trader tries to make an alliance with Eldari, suddenly we're heretics and we get a crusade launched against us. So unfair. No? Okay, do we have to go up and around then?
I have been compiling information on the craft world from the memory crystal.
A summary will suffice.
Tuatha is a minor craft world, primarily roaming in the Caligari sector. This Eldari megastructure has been constantly succumbing to a significant chaos infection that is gradually turning it inhabitable. The Tuatha Eldari have been slowly abandoning the infected craft world, relocating to the maiden worlds in the sector. This is what I have for now.
Keep me updated. The mere existence of the Xenos is a stain upon the galaxy.
I have begun gathering information on the recent history of Maiden World Loria.
Proceed, Migos.
Most of the information is classified. but it seems that after the recent Tyranid High Fleet was destroyed in the subsector, a substantial number of the surviving Xenox attacked the Tuatha Maiden world and tried to assimilate the local biomass.
Interesting. But I have a situation here, Magos. We will resume shortly.
Nice little informational tidbits.
You'd rather hide in the precious craft.
How much damage are there? What are you even firing at? Right, we did not switch that out. Oh yeah, the neither has kind of like a auto fire. Last one.
Target locked. Target acquired. But not all.
Inquisitor, the contents of the memory crystal suggest an explanation for the hatred of the craft world elder.
There is no acceptable explanation for turning against the Imperium. But carry on.
The Tuatha Eldar requested assistance from the Imperium when their maiden world succumbed to the Tyranid invasion, but Soul Forge world intercepted the message. The Adeptus Mechanicus decided to purge the Tyranid threat in their own jurisdiction and ordered a full-scale exterminatus on the Eldari world.
Sometimes one can only shudder at the cold logic of Adeptus Mechanicus operations.
Loriach has become a barren wasteland, devoid of all life. These Eldari on their dying craft world lost their last hope of escape from their demise. They blame the Imperium for their fate.
So,
Screaming about greatness.
Adeptus Mechanicus doing Adeptus Mechanicus things. Although
Slaanesh is waiting for you, Elder.
they are weirdly caring about this too much.
The tech priest is skimming through the personal logs in the tech priest data hoard from the facility.
Has he found out anything interesting so far?
He highlighted a few curious details. After the excommunication of Uther Tiberius, the place was investigated thoroughly and used by the Inquisition. After a fatal Chaos incursion, it was abandoned on the order of the Caligari Conclave.
Which means that the Eldar didn't attack the station.
No, they just took possession of the facility.
Didn't quite move fast enough. Zindra's in either is, yeah, he's ranked in melee range, and sorting them to death is, yeah, much a quicker process.
The Harbinger is still in the human shrine. I need to return there immediately.
The spirit stones of our brothers and sisters are empty husks. How is this even possible?
The Harlequin warned us, and foolishly we ignored her words. I will deal with the Harbinger. You stand guard here. We have a new intruder.
So can the pariah drain the soul stones?
Another Xenos race dreaming about greatness.
Shoot and scoot. I think this is kind of safer. Although this is probably quicker.
Access the terminal to open surveillance mode and restore power to the facility.
So what do they help you accomplish? One last attempt.
I have located the Alpha Pariah. She is on Shrine Level Alpha 4. I need to return to the ship, then I will find her. Power has been restored on all levels. Good.
Yeah, the Eldaria hunting her down. Right, so that should clear out that one part of the item of the signum. Right. Anything good besides this? Cooldown reduction for the inoculator, adrenaline up, HP gained on hit. Yeah, it's just going to be a replacement for this one. 2110, 2310. As for everything else, yeah, nothing much. Okay, get the intel tossed away and break down, sell everything else. The bar didn't progress, unless there's no bar for it. Well, anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Did we clear out everything? Yes. Mostly. Alright, next part. Oh. Did we unlock that one perk of the... Yeah, the Signum. Okay, I have to do 2 more. +3 survival. So I have to do a lot more critical hits. Yep, forgot to read it. Eldar invaders. To my great surprise, the Star Fort was occupied by Eldar forces. These intruders were also seeking the legacy of Uther, the being known as Alpha Pariah. According to my tech priest, the hostility of the Eldar is rooted in forcing exterminators against the Eldar Maiden World. I had no time to dwell on past mistakes. Securing the Alpha Pariah is the only thing that matters. Yeah, that's like the weird relationship with the Eldari and the Imperium. Sometimes they'll exterminate them, sometimes they'll be allies.
Inquisitor, the Argos are detecting significant hostile forces on this level. Are you absolutely sure you want to go in alone?
I can't allow the Xenos to take the Alpha Pariah. Knowing what I do about her, it could have catastrophic consequences.
Yeah, so did Klaus Arm really get killed by these guys? That'd be funny if he did. All that talk about protecting.
I have noticed a sudden swarm of cherubim. What is happening, Magos?
By restoring the power grid, you have activated the local cherub shrine.
Are these cherubim performing surveillance on this level?
This is their standard behavior pattern after an extended hibernation cycle. If I may give you some advice, you can access the information gathered at the cherubim shrine.
Good. It would be useful to know more about the Eldar forces before barging in.
Trying to see what that was. We just had to go and ruin it. Yeah, looks like this place might be bigger than first appeared. Yeah, so we'll go around this side. Loot bonus? Yeah, loot and XP. Oh, you. Are you guys new or did it regenerate? Right, they were new. Why do you have the enemy icon over your head?
But not for long.
Planetary evaluation, system ultimate tool, planet tool, category 4 rolled, resistant adeptus mechanicus. Preliminary observation, even after the devastating invasion of the Sharon heavily armed Fort World Thule is still standing strong due to the enormous legions of the Adeptus Mechanicus protecting this colossal heart of industry. The massive manufactorums are relentlessly churning out weaponry and machine parts to supply the sector with the gifts of the Anusaya, as the tech priests are prone to preach around here. Fabricator General Tybalt of Virtax. Gathering information on the Fabricator General in his center of power is bordering on the impossible. Virtax is considered a competent, logical, and devoted leader, ruling the forge world with the iron fist. By all accounts, he is a respected member of the cult Mechanicus, although even his most devoted followers admit that he has his own agenda, and he is willing to dedicate long decades to see his plans come to fruition. I suggest that the Conclave should keep him under strict observation in the future. Xenorite influence. The most disturbing realization during my investigation is the strong influence the Xenorites seem to have over the Forge World Thule. The Puritans of the Conclave have harbored significant reservations regarding this cult Mechanicus faction for a very long time, due to the Xenorite dedication to heretical Xenos technology, and my findings only reinforce our prevailing uncertainty. Alright, so what does that have to do with this?
You have reached the main chair of mainframe, Inquisitor.
I want to see what these constructs have recorded since they woke up.
Basics, well, all the different enemies down, everyone down? Good.
Harbinger fate resonates in the future. We're at the crossroads where oblivion looms close.
The one who sees his own doom can better avoid its path.
Spare me. She is dangerous. If we choose poorly, not even the Whispering God can save us.
She is magnificent, isn't she? Like the death of a son.
Her sheer existence fills me with revulsion. But still, she's just a monkey, and a weapon waiting to be used.
Quite the contrary. She has finally taken the stage. Everything will unfold from here.
Then we should play our parts too. Warriors, proceed! The Harbinger's fate resonates in the future. We're at the crossroads where oblivion looms close.
The one who sees his own.
Alright, she's protecting herself.
Analysis. The Alpha subject has been manifesting powers currently unlisted in the classified Psyche Index.
I'm almost tempted to let her loose on the Xenos and revel in the glorious display of death. I must secure her immediately.
Direction. Where are they trying? There it is. Alright, so what's going on here? Okay. Might be able to repair the turrets.
Let's see what happens now.
Probably need to kill them, but they were in the way. One of you guys.
This is Inquisitor Kraybart speaking on behalf of the Ordo Hereticus of the Holy Inquisition. We have received your code red astropathic transmission, and our fleet is calculating arrival vector as we speak. Prepare to join our forces shortly.
Reinforcements are almost there. Why don't you just wait for them?
The Alpha Pariah has no control over her abilities, and she will react to danger fiercely. And the Ordo Hereticus are not famous for their patience.
Yeah, I guess it'd be a good idea to avoid friendly fire. Well, not really friendly. Avoid getting anywhere, antagonizing more people than necessary. Yeah, it's already a faction that wants the Alpha Pariah, or the Alpha Pariah gone. Yeah, should probably be dodging those.
Are you trying to flee the mayhem of your own doing?
I am nothing but an observer of the unfolding tragedy.
Stop speaking in riddles. What tragedy?
The Harbinger was brought into existence for a reason. She is either the fall or the last hope of your misguided kind.
Oh, is she now? Tell me everything about the Alpha Pariah, or I will kill you.
You have no sense of timing, human. We will meet again at a more suitable place and time.
What in the name of the Emperor was that creature?
An Elder Harlequin. A manifestation of death as close to perfection as an alien could ever be. It's a pity that they are Xenos.
So either going to kill her or make a choice. I'm going to send the Elder Pariah off with her to learn how to use her abilities or something like that. Or the Alpha Pariah. I'm calling Elder Pariah for some reason.
The persistence of your kind, monkey, almost makes you interesting.
I will not rest until I've secured the Imperial subject.
Why? She is unnatural. She is everything we both consider repugnant.
And that is totally irrelevant to the situation.
Still, you don't need to be concerned about her. We will need her alive.
Right, to kill the Wraith Guard first, that it stops summoning. And let's get rid of these guys off to the side as well. Wraith Guard, there you are. Gone. Now the Farseer's turn.
Another memory crystal. It might contain some clues.
Farseer Menrith is the greatest among us. He saw the abyss coming in the form of a monkey girl. Plus he saw our salvation by stealing the future of those who stole our future. Plus the victories of the Farseer are great against the fallen monkey and nightmares and the servants of the beyond. Yet my heart is heavy. Wathel is fading while we spend our efforts on fickle dreams. The monkey deserve our wrath, but the stars are not right. Conclusion Alpha. The Eldar Warhost is led by an infamous Farseer. These Farseer acts as augurs and seers for the Eldar race. Although, as a somewhat advanced civilization, they ought ostracize such superstitions. According to Ordo Xenos records, Farseer Menrith led several successful campaigns in the past against chaos cults and Tyranid-infested planets. So far, he has wisely evaded the wrath of the Imperium. Conclusion Beta. Since craft worlds are semi-organic megastructures serving as habitat for the craft world Eldar, a major catastrophe occurring on a craft world could explain the sudden aggressiveness of the Xenos and the frustration about their exterminated planet. Yeah, who would have thought that they'd be angry about being exterminated? I anything over here? No, it's stragglers. Get rid of these guys, make sure they can't interfere. Is that all the dark cleared out? It appears so. So, how are you doing?
Stay away from me! Did you see what I did to those elder?
You have given them the gifted of oblivion. It is admirable.
Why have you come back for me? I thought you had abandoned me.
I only left the Martyr because I had no choice. But the machine spirit reached out to me. It is still protecting you.
And what if I want to stay here? Will you kill me then?
Are you not even curious about what you really are? Don't you want to know what you could become?
That's all I've ever wanted. But you didn't answer my question.
It was a foolish question. And you don't want to hear the answer, but follow me and we may achieve great things.
I'll go with you. I don't feel I have any choice, anyway.
What happened to Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim?
I don't know. Before we arrived here, there was a period of madness and nightmares. He was battling demons on the ship. Then he was gone. Or it was just a mad dream. But he is still gone.
That's what happened when you warp without Gallowfield, apparently. Thought he was supposed to be protected by being near her. Although, I guess he would have to deal with the rest of his ship as well, though. Right, so then, next part.
Inquisitor Krabat, you may be relieved to know that I've completed my mission without your assistance.
We expected no less of you. However, I demand that you cease your involvement in this matter and place the Martyr and that Alpha Pariah into Ordo Hereticus custody.
I will do no such thing, Inquisitor Krabat. I have started this investigation, and I intend to finish it.
Other Tiberius was a heretic. The Martyr has clearly been a hotbed of heretical activity. This is Ordo Hereticus jurisdiction, and we will purge every last hole of that accursed ship.
The decks are swarming with demons. Are you prepared to start a jurisdictional dispute with the Ordo Malleus as well?
I don't like your tone, Inquisitor. Not one bit.
We could make up a compromise. I can give up the investigation on the Martyr. But the Alpha subject is the most intriguing asset for the Imperium we've had. I must study her abilities.
I usually don't compromise, but considering your stellar achievements in the fight against heresy, I am willing to make an exception.
I sense a but coming.
But we might need your help as well. A sudden outbreak of potentially chaos-related infestation on Cascadia Prime requires attention. We need our forces on the Martyr. If you are willing to investigate the infestation, you can take the Alpha subject with you. The Martyr cannot leave this system, though.
I can accept that compromise.
Were they friendly Inquisitors? Alright, anything we want to keep? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, since okay, still quite a few things left to do on this.
Inquisitor, you promised me answers. Then you put me in another prison cell.
You're free to wander the vessel.
Right, so I'm allowed to leave this ship, where everyone is horrified or disgusted by me, for reasons I don't even understand.
You are the subject of a highly classified inquisitorial investigation, and you must be kept under constant surveillance.
So a prisoner. What have I done to deserve such fate?
You have done nothing wrong, yet. However, Tiberius abandoned you before you could perfect and expand your talents. Therefore, you pose a potential threat.
I don't know anything about that. I just have this energy inside me, squeezing, stretching, sometimes snapping, and then bad things happen. Like when the Martyr arrived at that fort.
What happened?
I was in a haze. I remember that the talking flesh servants on the walls were screaming at me to hide, but I couldn't. And those Elder came for me. Then I woke up properly and made them hurt.
We will study your abilities properly. I will make sure that you only use them when it is necessary.
Okay, where the progression isn't... well, it's doing weird things. Yeah, still a ways to go for that. Yeah, now for this part. Mysterious epidemic. I defeated the Eldari intruders and rescued the Alpha Pariah. I also had to deal with the unexpected arrival of the Ordo Hereticus Inquisitor. After the heated exchange, we made a deal. They can investigate the Martyr, and I will continue studying the abilities of the Alpha Pariah in exchange for a small favor. I need to purge a potentially warp-related epidemic on a high world. How fun. Ooh, fancy.
Inquisitor, I have completed the preliminary tests on the samples from the Cascada Prime. The results are fascinating.
Fascinating has different meanings for each of us.
I will need more samples. The plague is clearly of warp origin, most probably caused by an as yet unrecorded pathogen.
The infection is spreading like wildfire through the hive. The mutant scum and treacherous cultists have already begun exploiting the situation, leading an open rebellion.
According to Vox reports, the local enforcers have been overwhelmed, but there is an operational Astra Militarum outpost in the vicinity.
Affirmative. I will take over command.
Way back to Nurgle.
Loading. Recoil unclean.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we missed the heavy chop that it does.
The area has been secured.
Apologies for ruining the moment of victory, but the sensors show large forces headed towards you.
Is the local Vox station still operational?
According to the readings, it is.
I'll go there and call in reinforcements. Kill the heretic!
quarantine protocols breached in section 523.23 and 223.19. Magistrate Kuzanov reported growing violence on the lower levels. Connection to 12th and 3rd. Okay. Or is the 13th Regiment severed by angry mobs. Be declaration of martial law. Message transmitted. Officio Medicaid requests reinforcements to the public infirmaries. Request rejected by Colonel Araminson due to manpower shortage. Non-combatant losses increasing. Requesting Officio Prefectus assistance to raise morale. Use of heavy weaponry authorized. At 0541, message transmitted. Field Courageans reporting new symptoms. The mutagenic nature of the Vindicta 3 strain is confirmed by Magos Aurelio Sigma 6, Colonel Crimson. Colonel Aramson diagnosed infected. Captain Coutain diagnosed infected. Captain Grenzen Mia requesting new commanding officer. At 0688. Whole lot of binary. Magos Aurelio Sigma 6 claiming battle station. Regiment rendered dysfunctional. Extended hive quarantine. Vindicta 3 classified as a double-level Imperium pathogen. Ordo Hereticus involvement strongly advised. Presence of the ruinous powers confirmed. Ruinous source of infection located in the unhive triangulated nucleus at those coordinates.
Captain Logren of the 12th Cascadian Regiment reporting for duty.
At ease, Captain. I need an update on the situation in the hive.
It is really bad, Inquisitor. The upper hive has been overrun by these insane freaks. We have entire zones, dead and silent, that have entirely succumbed to this unholy plague.
Gather your forces, Captain, and assist me. The Emperor will guide us through these tribulations, Captain.
Ready to fight!
Alright, well, they're not going to last long. Oh, is it going to be one of the siege type missions where we just get reinforcements every few seconds? Oh, I like those. Okay, secure key locations in the area.
Magos, I need your opinion on those unholy outgrowths.
The growths and the cadavers look post-mortem, probably organic viral transmitters. My theory is that the pustules are emitting gaseous pathogens to hasten up the spreading of the plague.
Didn't quite activate.
Ready to fight! Die!
Why isn't this dropping?
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
I am pressing the right hotkey, am I?
Charge, I say! Charge! Take it like a man, Guardsman!
There we go, finally.
Move! For the Emperor!
I wonder if it's far out over here.
Ready to fight!
Okay, probably just gonna keep on streaming it from all directions. Oh, look at that, these guys lured them in.
Take it like a...
Yeah, let's look at the purple one over there.
You died with purpose, guardsman. That is true service to the Emperor.
For the Emperor!
Okay, so the pustules don't matter too much.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Yeah, they're not doing a lot of damage.
For the Charge, I say! Charge! Move! For the Emperor!
Yeah, this isn't a whole lot of damage. I'm happy to throw out this sword.
You have secured the first key location. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. That's exactly what our soldiers need in this situation.
Kill the heretic.
I said charge! Onward! Don't linger, guardsman!
Ambush from the rear.
Move! Move! Take it like a man, guardsman! Ready to fight! For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Right, what? Seems to be annoying with their panel beam of death.
Onward! Don't linger, guardsman!
Making progress, I see. That's the second location secured. Cut through the mutant rabble Inquisitor. Cleanse the taint of chaos from this hive.
Die, maggots, die! At your command.
Oh, I don't think we picked up that one at the other location. Right.
For the Emperor!
The plague is indeed the result of an artificially created mutagenic pathogen of Nurgle.
Only a very powerful entity of chaos is capable of creating something like that.
The analysis of the pathogen
Yes, Nurgle is
verified
kind
my
of powerful,
theory.
isn't he?
The outbreak originated from a specific location in this lower hive.
Send me the coordinates, but first we need to purge this area, otherwise this hive is doomed.
Move! For the Emperor!
Terminus pest.
Die, Mag! Onward! For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Now you're gone. Let's see what happens.
At your command. Charge! I said charge! Onward! Don't linger, guardsmen! Charge, I say! Charge! Take it like a man, guardsman!
Right, I think this one's closer.
Take it like a man, guardsman!
You are gutted.
Die, maggots, die! For the Emperor! At your command!
Your sacrifice was necessary, guardsman. You fought well.
Take it like a man, guardsman!
Off with you.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Okay, finally got secured. Did not notice the message for it.
Charge! I said charge!
Terminus S.
Ready to fight! Move! Move! Onward! Don't make it! Onward! Don't think it!
Hey Gagarin, you are being a nuisance.
For the Emperor!
Ooh, purity seal. Yeah, it still has a whole lot of life on it.
Precious blood.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Oh, something didn't know it's coming. Oh, not just a dreadnought.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Pay your pay, scum! For the Emperor! At your command! For the Emperor!
You know, maybe you guys should be moving.
Move!
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen! Die, maggots! Die! Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen! Die, maggots! Die!
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen! Die, maggots, die!
For the Emperor!
Target locked.
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
At your command!
Oh, these would have been helpful to use.
I wonder what this machine does.
For the Emperor!
Onwards! Don't linger, guardsmen!
The afflicted section has been cleared. I will return to the ship before heading into the bowels of the city.
May I remind you that as long as the pathogen remains virulent in the host population, your achievement will be temporary.
When I burn out the source of this blasphemous plague, the officio Medicaid can deal with the survivors.
Oh, and they already went down. Oh, he's almost dead. Anyways.
This wretch was more than a simple. It might have something that could tell me more about this
Enjoy,
plague.
children. Observation is close to 7 times blessed changes. Is sweeping through the cursed manufacturing rooms and alleys cascada like a wildfire. Those fools still have hope in their sermons, but they are helpless against the holy necrosis of the Plague Lord. Some of you have already witnessed the might of our humongous angels in the Fortress Precinct. Rest assured you can count on their help in the future. But this battle is ours to win. Once we have broken free of the tyrannical clutches of the Imperium and smashed its hated idols, they will walk among us freely and protect us from the vile Emperor. But for now, they must protect the Architect, as he is the key to the final victory. Do not rest and do not lose heart. Manipulate the fear of the uninitiated. Wreak havoc in the ranks of our enemies. The battle for Cascada Prime will be difficult and most of us will perish in the flames. The servants of the false Emperor will fight to their last cursed breath. Cherish our reward and existence without pain, fear, and the boundaries of the mortal body.
The entity that orchestrated this attack might still be on this world.
Perhaps you should evaluate the option to capture it alive, Inquisitor.
Always
Why?
on the hunt for forbidden knowledge, right?
Why are you capturing her alive? Okay, we got the clue. Nothing important left marked. Okay, Draco system influence gained. Just a whole lot of credits. Learn that. Purity seal. Suppression damage bonus against blinded enemies. Right, we don't have a reliable way to blind them. Warp resistance up. Dodge chance against melee attacks. Could be useful. Chance to add heat roll only on heat damage dealt. Right, we don't really use heat. And then suppression damage reduction. Versus bonus against demons, better loot. Resistance is up while exposed. Adding vulnerability on physical damage dealt. Plus heat resistance. Yeah, we'll keep what we already have. As for this one, Berserk tokens on losing at least 10% HP in 1 second. Reduce cooldown on the inoculator. Chance to use the inoculator for free. Bonus to loot quality. Some of it's good, but I think I'd prefer the 14% chance to get invulnerability for 2 seconds in exposed state on kill. Yeah, we spend a lot of time being exposed. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep that one.
We know the Alpha Pariah has the unique ability to completely destroy demons instead of simple banishment, but we have no idea how that works.
True. The data we have on her abilities is scarce, and her previous encounter with a greater demon on the Martyr could be an anomaly.
That is why I want her to join me on the chaos-infested world during my mission. Her powers could purge the infestation.
You are experimenting with a live subject, Inquisitor. An idea worthy of a tech priest.
Sometimes you need to resort to unorthodox methods, I suppose.
I will prepare the Alpha subject and have the teleportarium ready when you call for her.
The time has come for you to join me on a priority mission. It is time to test your abilities and determination.
Before I say anything, what am I supposed to do?
We will enter a hive in the thralls of a chaos infestation. I want you to employ your powers to put an end to that foul contamination.
No! Absolutely not! I lived through that nightmare countless times. Walls thick with muck, shambling shadows on the corridors, the growling of those creatures. No!
Your fear of chaos is understandable, but you are far from defenseless. And this was not a request, by the way.
Are you willing to kill me if I disobey? Or am I too valuable for that?
Fear is irrelevant, and needs of the Imperium are paramount. Must make her use her abilities wherever it takes. Or, Alpha Pariah is a unique asset, so I must approach her very carefully. Her behavior is unacceptable, but maybe some tact could serve me more at the moment. Yeah, if we treat her too harshly, she may turn her powers against us. Then again, being too soft, and then she may try to take advantage of the situation. Well, anyways, continuing down the radical path.
I would do anything in my power to save the Imperium from destruction. Would you?
I would. But you must know that I'm truly terrified. What if I lose control over my powers?
You will not. This is why we need to test your abilities out there.
You are right, I think. Yes, I will accompany you.
Well, plus, if you're going to lose control of your powers, better to do it in the midst of a lot of enemies. Okay, so the epidemic turned out to be a mutagenic virus manufactured by a powerful chaos entity, which was a minor detail that my Ordo Hereticus brother forgot to mention. I eliminated the ranged mutants, but if I want to reach the source of the infestation, I must venture into the Underhive. The Alpha Pariah will accompany me. Her unique abilities may aid me greatly. Burning out the rot. Burning out the rot. We are burning out the rots. The rot. The rot. So, will she be an actual companion, or are we just going to reach the end and then summon her? Nope, actual companion.
You are approaching the site where the plague originated. Beware. The sensors are indicating increasing warp activity in the area.
Splendid. This Nurgle infestation is a gift that keeps on giving. In any case, it is a perfect opportunity to test the Alpha Pariah's unique abilities.
Okay, so anything special going on with this, or just kind of the same old? And she's quite speedy. Or it seems like it.
I don't even know what I should do.
Just do whatever you have already done several times when you try to protect yourself.
Okay, decent size. Not super large, though. From over there, I thought she went down. But no, she looks like she is immortal. Good. Yeah, she's channeling something to the enemies. But does it actually do anything? Yes, it does. Yeah, that's all it is just a channel damage. Nothing too special yet. Hey, you apostle.
Target in sight. Regarding your uncertainties, I wonder why Uther Tiberius didn't train you properly.
Uther was a genius, but also a terrible mentor.
If it helps, I'm inclined to avoid his mistakes.
It helps a little, yes.
An alarm signal. You are too late. Soon themselves. Target eliminated.
Oh, there it is. I thought it teleported something in.
Inquisitor, it was a bold choice to bring me here. Does it occur to you that maybe you are the one who should be afraid of me?
Are you threatening me?
I'm just pointing out the fact that I have no control over my abilities. That's all.
Endure the commissar treatment. Alright, another apostle. Is this their way? Probably.
It is time. Unleash your powers on the Horde.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
This is your destiny. This is what you are. Should you fail to comply, you will probably die.
It is too much. I don't know if I can control it. Yes, I can do this. Perish!
Oh, by the Emperor. Her powers are definitely growing, but she has no control over her abilities. Tech Priest, I need her back on the ship now.
Experiencing recurring calibration problems. Warp anomalies combined with the subject's distortion field are hindering return teleportation.
This location is extremely unsafe for her.
Correct. Sensors indicate large hostile forces inbound.
I need the Space Marine down here. You can send him down here, right?
Hey, he's finally going to help out.
It was wise of you to call for me, Inquisitor. No one will withstand my righteous fury.
Try to keep your head clear and focus on the protection of the Alpha Pariah her survival is.
Yeah, at least he
Rest
is
assured,
immortal.
not a single abomination will live long enough to get to her.
Cleansing shots fired.
Yeah, we didn't get any turrets or anything like that.
Tech Priest, why haven't you evacuated the Alpha Pariah yet?
Calibrating teleportarium sequences. Chance of failure calculated unacceptable. Suggestion: nullify the source of Empyrean fluctuations.
That was hardly a revelation. Find a solution.
Chaos Ogren. Okay, Caius deals with or distracts that.
Tell me, Inquisitor, is this young woman really worth all this trouble? Not that I need any excuse to kill the filth. Just wondering.
She is an Imperial citizen, Thorn, and a very important one at that.
She is also a pariah. And I just can't help feeling instant, deep revulsion when I'm around her. Not to mention her unnatural powers.
She can destroy demons, Thorn. The galaxy is burning, and those powers are the most valuable assets we have ever had against the ruinous powers.
Yeah, that part does seem pretty important. Oh, he died. HP, but she does not regenerate. But compared to the other defense missions, this has been a much easier experience. Thanks to the fact that Kaiser is immortal. I wonder what happened to Klosterheim. Well, no, wait. He already told us what happened to him. He died.
Complete. Estimated chances of successful teleportation are currently at 95%.
And what happens to the Sergeant and the Alpha Pariah in the case of an unsuccessful teleport?
Their physical bodies will disintegrate. Regarding the spiritual component, you can access reference material flagged as unconfirmed.
If we lose a Pariah due to a faulty teleport, there will be consequences.
What if Klosterheim is going to return as some sort of, if he's going to be corrupted? Maybe he'll just be outright dead. Stay out of the ooze. as well.
Do you see how fragile your master's so-called Imperium is? How imperfect you all are? This insight is a gift from our benefactor.
Who would that be? Another pitiful traitor yearning for vengeance on his former kind?
Alas, I cannot share his name with you, but rest assured, his genius will turn the Karagari sector into the most beautiful garden of Nurgle.
Not on my watch. I will burn out this rot with the sacred fire of the Emperor.
Such fervor! A true pity that I must kill you so abruptly. Why not? Your flesh will spawn wonderful gifts for the Grandfather.
Oh, is it going to be a twist that is Uther? Yeah, that probably went away. Fourth murderous brother in virulence. I read your observations on our architect with a heavy heart, and I must agree, his expertise in the blessed arts is outstanding, but his motivations are dubious, to say the least. Even his chosen titles reek of arrogance and vanity. Architect, Illuminator. I won't even mention the one we know the best, since it is an insult to our Lord. As an apothecary, he is entitled to a degree of arrogance, but I have to agree once again, he isn't worthy of our trust and loyalty. That said, we cannot deny that he has held up his end of the bargain so far. The wondrous gift he bestowed upon the undeserving cattle is a wondrous ode to the Grandfather. Our warband is growing in prestige, and once the Nexus opens, this bleak corner of their false Imperium will turn into the most beautiful garden of plague. Regarding the second part of your message, spending so much time on his convoluted plan to capture an Inquisitor is a waste of our efforts. This must once again stem from his obsession with Uther Tiberius and the Anathema Ultima. I would prefer a more direct attack on the servants of the false emperor, but there are certain merits to his more subtle approach. Follow his orders for now. Keep him alive until he perfects the 7 times blessed formula. Wait until he returns to the Maw of Madness. After that, we will discuss this matter. Okay, so it's not Uther. Maybe it's the Van Winter.
This is most disturbing. The entire epidemic was a ploy to lure Inquisitors here.
Yeah, and it may not have been us. Unless the guy that we met on the Martyr, unless he was involved in this somehow.
Let's see what happens now. Defense mechanism activated.
I was about to say that those didn't last long, but nope, they are lasting quite a big deal. I could have snuck past it. Yeah, me too. Make sure we get this bug before we move on. I don't know where actually killing something. Oh, hey, it's this guy.
Emperor, the primogenitor.
Ah, Inquisitor. I've been expecting you. I am truly disappointed, though, that you came alone.
Spare me the grand monologue, you abomination.
I've been hunting your kind for a long time, but I never dared to hope that the Dark Gods would send me the one who has the Alpha Pariah. Tell me, where is she now?
I suggest you prepare for more disappointment, creature.
The Anathema Ultima, the Alpha Subject. Call her whatever you want, but she is mine! I have been trying to reclaim my precious experiment since that perfidious Tiberius cheated her out of my hands!
You might begin to see a pattern here.
Oh no, I will take you alive, Inquisitor. We will experiment, you and I, to see where the threshold of suffering lies for you. Then you will be ready to denounce your master and beg for my forgiveness.
Yeah, I can't remember if he was a Primarch or not. But yeah, it's probably just Flavius Bile. He created a perfect clone of what, Sanguinius, I think. What's going on now?
Flavius Bile! Your existence is a curse upon this world. Judgement will finally find you.
Another Inquisitor? Wow, this plan seems to be working splendidly, if I do say so myself.
For your innumerable crimes, your sentence is death. Delivered here and now.
You are wasting the dwindling resources of your pathetic Imperium. I am one of many. Even if you succeeded, you would accomplish nothing. But you won't.
Lies upon lies. The judgment of the Emperor is upon you, heretic.
Inquisitor, next time I expect you to bring what belongs to me. Until then...
Okay, so this might be longer than I thought.
You set me up, Inquisitor. What's worse, you have risked an extremely important Imperial asset. I should bring this to the Conclave.
Spare me the indignation. My order knew that Flavius Bile is here in the Caligari sector, and we have been hunting for that traitor for a very long time.
And from your perspective, the demise of Bile is the ultimate priority.
Obviously. Appreciate the irony, Inquisitor. Bile set a trap for us that we used to entrap Bile.
And still, he escaped. I strongly advise that you refrain from using the Alpha Pariah as bait in the future.
The primogenitor, you have survived the first encounter with Flavius Bile. Oh. How can you say that? We did kind of die right at the end. Yeah, this is going on a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah, I thought this was going to be fairly short, but no. It is going on. Alright, level up. Point and a passive point. Investigation completed. Infestation. The investigation into a mysterious warp-related plague proved to be a chaos ploy to lure Inquisitors into the clutches of Flavius Bile, who is desperately seeking a way to locate the Alpha Pariah. Ironically, my presence in the infected hive was a result of another play, an attempt on the part of the Order Hereticus to lure out Bile. I thwarted the plans of Primogenitor, but he escaped considering his attraction towards the Alpha Pariah. I suspect that I will meet this insane monster again. Okay, we could get one more, or we could continue on with damages. % no longer execution effects. Increased chance to turn into executions. HP gained on an execution. Yeah, let's work towards that one. As for this one, more points. Yeah, we're trying to get up to level 4 on this, which we are fairly far away. Anything we want to keep? Better damage, chance to shock, then HP gain on critical hit. Bonus damage on severance. Versus overall melee damage bonus and a 44% on Carthian strike. Yeah, our main damage dealer is the severance though. Yeah, we'll take that one then. And everything else, yeah, we can go to get rid of.
Inquisitor, we have a breach on the lower levels. We are under attack by a Dark Elder raiding party.
The Drukhari? Cowardly marauders attacking an inquisitorial ship?
It is strange indeed, but right now my main concern is that my ship is crawling with sadistic Xenos pirates.
Calm down. I will show them the error of their ways.
The Tech Priest has stationed a host of combat servitors on the decks. The Automator will slow them down, but only temporarily.
I'm on my way. I will take Thorn with me.
Well, that's random. Oh, did you pick up the blueprint for shotgun by chance? No. Although we should probably get this. Where is the Alpha Pariah? And does she have an actual name? Oh, also, yeah, I just kill a few more enemies with a critical hit, and then this will be fully unlocked. So we gain a boost to our HP plus 3 to survival. Critical hit strength is up. HP gain on critical hit. This one seems to be about crits. Alright, well, we can go with the lower difficulty now. The plague originated in a very sinister place, and without the formal abilities of the Alpha Pariah, I might have been overwhelmed. After a brutal skirmish, I met the ancient and evil presence behind the outbreak, Flavius Draken, the Primogenitor. I wasn't able to bring the traitorous apothecary down, not even with the help of the Ordo Hereticus. I fled the scene with cryptic warning, and I returned to my ship only to face a Drukhari raid. This very, very random Drukhari raid. Well, it wouldn't be a surprise attack if we knew it was coming though, now would it? Oh, are they going to kidnap the Alpha Pariah?
I'm beginning to appreciate the persistence of these Dark Elder. They give me ample opportunity to strike fear into their rotten hearts.
The Drakari breached Section Theta 7, so they will have to cut through here on their way to the vault.
Well, they can try. There is a maintenance hole ahead. We could take up defensive positions there.
Alright, so sounds like a defense mission. And somehow we're still invisible.
We're in position. Your usual subtle tactics will suffice, Sergeant, I suppose.
We really shouldn't overcomplicate these matters. I will heap the corpses high as a tribute to the Emperor.
Looks like your wish will be granted. We should expect several waves of hostiles.
Alright, it's going to be immortal again.
I wonder what this machine does. There will be no mercy given or taken.
Oh, hey, homunculus. But not the homunculus. You need to hurry up and die.
My fair share of foul Xenos, but I haven't encountered such twisted creatures before.
Those were the homunculi. I wasn't expecting to see the Drakari marshal their most terrible abominations against us. These are insane flesh sculptors and depraved torturers, beasts most foul.
Okay, so he's not immortal. Oh, so they were the ones with the wings that we saw in the scenes. Or the loading screens. No, I tried to fire on that. There it goes. Kind of a long way.
How exquisite is my hatred?
They are here! Kill every last one of the filthy vermin that breaks through the doors!
Oh, we finally got one of these. Really? We just call random starties? Okay. That just seems like a random thing we could do. Kaya seems to be surviving quite well on his own. Right, and the Stardies does heal up. Oh, what are you trying to do?
Almost admirable display of cruelty
destruction for an inferior creature. I wish I had time to shape you into a more suitable form.
You still need to prove yourself to your master of gifts.
Krasashtak is the most dreadful marauder in these systems, but he is not my master. He is a generous
Space Marine's still alive. Pius getting injured. Oh no, that's Pius. Guess the Astartes is dead.
No, the Xenos. Kill the Xenos.
We are done with the rebel. But where is the leader? I want to tear that cowardly worm apart.
The dreadful marauder didn't want to get his hands dirty.
Ah, what else would you expect from a Drukhari?
Inquisitor, bioscans are complete. The remaining Xenos invaders have been located.
Very well. They deserve a proper lesson for their arrogance.
And the Astartes is gone. Oh, hey, that's a lot of them. Wish I knew how to move this.
Generated into sadistic mongrels.
Look at this. Not that tough. Then again, we did lower the difficulty. Got to remember that.
Look at these sadistic wretches. They are a blight upon this galaxy. A diminishing blight.
Almost putting me in the mood to play some Rogue Trader again. But then I remember how long the game is and I don't have time. Oh, you're big. Yeah, some of these guys were special bosses in Rogue Trader. Yeah, the bonus was that that was, well, not really a special boss, but they were a somewhat difficult monster that was stealing Abelard's age. Okay, so it wasn't some unique monster. It was a fairly normal one of the creatures. Oh hey, Caius is immortal now.
The Drukhari should have avoided this ship. Now, they will learn their lesson.
This Xenoscum is a stain upon the galaxy.
No pity, Inquisitor. The Xenos taint must be purified from this ship.
Krasish, Dak, and Arak, the brothers in pain, are lost in the veil. First the Relatin, wench as we lurk in this crude monkey den. The fool's errand, for the soulless one costs us too much. Walking the path of the United, not for me, not for us. Should speak with the homunculus. Perhaps the time is right for a new Archon. How I miss the screaming waters of Morath. Conclusion. According to the archives, Krasish, Dak, and Arak Gargant, also known as Brothers Bane, are the most notorious required pirates in the Caligari sector. The total of the raids can be measured in millions, but so far they have evaded every trap laid by the Stormwatchers and the Holy Ordos. During the last few decades, they started to target inquisitorial agents and xenotech relics. This shift of priorities contradicts everything we know about the tactics of this depraved race. This and the recent raid indicate they may be after the secrets of Uther Tiberius. Also, the mention of the Soulless One may refer to the Alpha Pariah. Okay, so it is quite connected. Note, Relitan is the archaic title for a secretive Eldari group known as Harlequins. Almost every Eldari faction seems to be involved in this case, which may lead to unforeseeable complications in the future. Right, looks like she put the Drukhari on us. Alright, then it's clear just this one corridor.
My sacred duty is to eradicate these Drukhari torturers from this sector.
Your sacred duty is to obey my commands, but I appreciate your passion. fled again when I killed your precious torturers.
You weren't that precious. A small price to pay for the entity you found.
Prepare for your judgment. Tell me, was it worth it?
Your small-mindedness is astonishing, wretched creature.
How did they know about the Alpha Pariah?
It is indeed a most pressing question. We cannot leave her unguarded. The Drokari have proven that they are the masters of ambush, and they can strike with their cloaked vessels from the webway. From now on, you are a constant guard duty sergeant.
Understood, Inquisitor. Although I still believe you could benefit more from my presence on the field of battle.
Apparently better than Klosterheim. Alright, I think we got everything. Right, should be ending this, but yeah, I'll try going a little bit longer and let's see if we can actually finish this. As for loot, okay, we already learned that. We're not, oh, hey, hold on all skills. That's about all it has to offer. And yeah, nothing much otherwise.
As per your request, I have executed thorough analytical sermons, focusing on the Alpha subject's mental stability.
Give me a brief update.
The Alpha subject seems to bear the traces of deep mental conditioning, most probably conducted during her early sessions with Uther Tiberius.
Does that affect her abilities?
Probably not. Her will is adamant, but it might result in erratic behavior, which is quite a risk with her capabilities.
I have found and rescued the Alpha Pariah. This seems to attract significant attention from various groups and of heretics, as abominations and xenos. Judging by her untrained and still very raw abilities, this interest is very much justified. An ancient prophecy of the longest fabricated race alludes to her special role in some unfolding tragedy on a galactic scale, and it names a unique artifact as a tool to control her abilities properly. Hey, it sounds like we're going to a craft world.
Inquisitor, there is an astropathic message for you from an agent of the Ordo Xenos. The embedded emotional markings indicate that it is urgent.
Inquisitor. I am Inquisitor Theodon Mercer of the Ordo Xenos, currently stationed on Heliodor 4, vigorously protecting the Inquisitorial archives, with special regard to the sensitive materials stored in the vaults. I will cut to the chase. I urgently need your help. You are probably wondering why I have contacted you, and rightly so. The facility where I'm holed up is under the attack by the Tuatha Aldari. If I am not mistaken, you have already made their acquaintance. They are looking for classified Ordos material on... how shall I put it? On the unique presence you have on your ship. I hope I have your interest now. Help me out and I can promise you the answers you seek. I also have Amasek and cigars. The Emperor protects.
How can this Inquisitor know about the Alpha Pariah?
I have no idea. He left me no choice, though. I must find this Mercer and talk to him.
Let's take a quick look and see if I could find an exact time frame on the, or how long this one's going to be. Yeah, it said like main story was like 15 hours, and then the main plus extra is like about 2 hours longer. Oh, or it is prophecy something else. No, that's something else. Okay. Oh no, that may actually be it. Oh, okay. It's about 12 hours long. Well, in that case, then, we'll be continuing this next week. Yeah, I thought this would be a lot shorter. So, yeah. Okay, well, we got through the main story, but yeah, this DLC is, yeah, larger than I thought it would be. I thought it was just going to be a small bit of side content, but no, it is something kind of significant. Yeah, we'll be continuing this next week, and yeah, maybe finish it on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, so it's about 12 hours if we already got about an hour in, maybe. Yeah, we'd have to rush through it and have to start at the proper times. It may actually go through Friday again as well. Well, anyways, that is for next week. Tomorrow we'll be starting our short little run of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I say short little run, but as it is an adventure game and those games, the puzzles can be occasionally a bit confusing and with odd logic. Yeah, so we'll see how much or how long we can actually take to complete it. Might try to do all the try to get all the characters completed. Might only get completion for one character. Just another we shall see. Don't intend for that playthrough to be all that long. And then Sunday it'll be back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. So yeah. Anything else? No. Now with that being said, be sure to follow or subscribe to the channels, whether you prefer watching on Twitch or on YouTube. If you don't feel like doing that, there is always my Twitter for updates and notifications when we're online. It is at Imre_EE, IMRE_EE. Though if you don't feel like following that either, I do try to stream every day at about the same time between 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. US Central, give or take 30 minutes. So not much of a need to follow anything, since I do try to be here between those times. Usually pretty good about it. Occasionally things happen, sometimes I miss it, Sometimes I get Windows updates that delay things a annoyingly long time. But yeah, like I said, I do try to stream between those times. Nothing else. Yeah, nothing else. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those who happen to stop by the stream live, as well as thank you to those who may end up watching the VOD. Hope you're all reasonably entertained and that you have a good day or night, whichever may happen to be, and that you stop by again next time. With that, thank you and goodbye.